Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video, I just wanted to touch up on my hormonal acne journey and update you guys on that because it's been a minute since I've updated you on that, and I've actually gotten my test results back, my hormone test results, and there's been some progress being made. So I wanted to share with you guys and kind of update you on that. So last I talked to you guys, I hadn't gotten my results back, so I wanted to share them with you. Basically what's going on, it's kind of what I expected, but it feels really good to have like confirmation and to know for sure what's going on so I can work to heal the root of what's going on, and not what I think is going on. So it's really nice to have those answers and it feels really good. But basically the gist of what's going on in my poor little body is that all of my androgens and all of my stress hormones are very, very high. My testosterone is very high, and my estrogen and progesterone never peak when they're supposed to, so they just stay consistently low. So basically what that means is that my body is in a very stressed out state. Thought that's what was going on, but like when I heard that confirmed, I was kind of like, really? Like, I feel like it's so hard for me to understand that because I literally don't feel stressed. I feel like I live a very holistically healthy life. I meditate, I do yoga, I don't stress my body out with cardio, I fuel my body, I give it enough nourishment. Like, I was like, what? I don't understand. And I don't understand how I can be stressed, how my body can be stressed when I live the way that I live. And I was actually talking to my functional medicine doctor about that, and he was like, well, tell me about your history, like let's go back to your childhood. And I took this little quiz, and basically from a very young age, like I started struggling with anxiety after my dog passed away in my bed at 7 years old, and it just triggered this very traumatic season of my life. I couldn't go anywhere without screaming and crying. I could not be separated from my parents. Like, I just went through this very intense phase of anxiety, debilitating anxiety, to the point where no one knew what was wrong with me. The doctors didn't know what was wrong with me. I was getting all these tests done. I got MRIs done on my brain. They literally didn't know what was wrong with me. But from that point on, like, that time of my life was incredibly traumatic for me because I did suddenly lose something that was so close to me, and as a 7-year-old that's really hard, and it happened in my bed. Like, I remember watching him take his last breath, and so that was very traumatic for a 7-year-old. And then the next year of my life was very traumatic because I thought I was going insane, and as a 7-year-old to be going through anxiety that's so debilitating, you literally think you're insane. And everyone else, like my parents, didn't know what was going on, and I can imagine as a parent how scary that is. Like, your kid, you feel like your kid's going crazy too probably, and you don't know how to help them. And so that time of my life was just very traumatic, to sum it all up. And then I got put on medication that really suppressed my emotions. But in that point in my life as a 7-year-old, I was basically, my brain was wired to think that showing emotions and being emotional was bad, and you should not do that. You should keep it all internalized. And so from that point on, and then I got put on medication that suppressed my emotions and didn't get off of that until my junior year of high school. Then after that, I started struggling with debilitating anxiety, but I was like, I want to learn how to manage this. And so I went through seasons of very debilitating anxiety once I got off the medication, and that was a lot of stress in my body, like I felt basically every symptom, every anxiety symptom in the book in my life. And I would go through seasons where it was months of everyday panic attacks, and that's just what my life has been. And then at 18, I started modeling. And at 17, I developed an eating disorder that put an incredible amount of stress on my body. I also grew up as a ballet dancer, very serious ballet dancer, where, you know, I couldn't show pain, I couldn't show emotions. I was considered weak if I did show pain or emotions. So I didn't have much of a childhood. I didn't get to be much of a child because I had to grow up so quickly, and I had to be very disciplined at a very young age because ballet was my life and dance was my entire world. And so that drilled that into my mind. And then when I started modeling, it was, you know, modeling in itself will do it. It's just the most stressful career I think that is out there, because it's just so much last minute stuff. Like, your agent could call you. Like, I got called one time in the evening. I was in the shower and she was like, hey, you need to go to a casting now. And then I got called one day and it was like, hey, you're flying to Paris tomorrow. So it's like so last minute. You're constantly on edge and you have like no control over your life. You really don't as a model. And then my eating disorder on top of that, I put my body in this very unhealthy place for years. I lost my period for 5 years, which is a lot of stress on my body. And so piecing all of that together, my functional medicine doctor was like, well, it makes a lot of sense that you're dealing with this. And in my mind, I was like, why? Like, why is it taking so long? Why is my body, like, I've been in recovery for over 2 years now. I've been fully recovered for almost a year now. I'm not stressing my body out in that way anymore. I've developed such a good routine of care. In my mind, I'm like, why is this not fixed by now? And I think I'm just really grateful for this journey because it's teaching me so much now. And I've just kind of had this breakthrough since I've been in Hawaii. And I'm just like so grateful for this journey. Because yes, it's frustrating and yes, I want it to be gone. But it's teaching me so many beautiful lessons. And anyway, I'm getting very sidetracked. Basically, my body's still very stressed out. And any little thing can trigger my body into a lot of stress and feeling very stressed. So I'm really, my plan of action now has actually changed a little bit. I was very into like supplements and doing this, doing that, doing this, doing that, listening to this person, trusting this person, not trusting myself, that I've kind of realized that I have completely lost trust with myself and my body. And I think to my acne when it started almost a year ago now, it wasn't that severe. And then I think to when it got severe, I think back to that time and I was so confused as to why it got so severe, because I was like doing all of these things that were supposed to be helping it, but I'm like, I started taking all these herbs, I was listening to all these people on the internet, I was taking all of these supplements, and that's when my acne got worse. And I'm like, I think my body was trying to figure it out on its own and I just threw it out of balance. And we don't give our bodies enough credit for how much they do for us and how much they can heal themselves. They were literally, our bodies were literally created to heal themselves. We just have to give them a chance to do that. And of course, treat it kindly, nourish it. Like, of course, all these things are important, but I think especially when it comes to herbs and supplements, you can throw your body off a little bit. And I'm not saying that with all supplements. Like, I know so many people have healed their hormonal acne with supplements, and I'm still going to take a supplement once I can get it. I ordered it on, my functional medicine doctor recommended the supplement for my adrenal glands to help them. And I ordered it on Amazon and it's like late and I'm not even sure if it's coming to, because I'm in Hawaii right now. So that might have to wait, which I think is a lesson in itself. But anyway, I think to a point, supplements and herbs and all of these things, yes, they're great and yes, they can be so helpful, but for some people, they can knock your body out of balance. And I think back to, you know, like I said, when my acne started and the fact that it's just gotten progressively worse, but it didn't start getting severe until I started taking all of these supplements and herbs. I feel like that plays a little role in this. And so I've stopped taking these herbs and these supplements. Not all of the supplements. I'm still taking zinc, I'm taking a probiotic, and I'm taking an omega supplement. And then I will be taking this adrenal supplement once I get it, but that won't be until I go home, unless I notice an improvement without it before I get home. I'm just feeling like so much that has happened recently, and this acne journey is just teaching me to let go and trust my freaking body. Our bodies are so amazing, they're so incredible, and I am just feeling so grateful for my acne. I am actually taking more of a mental approach to it at this point. So I am doing this meditation. It's absolutely incredible. It like brings me to tears every time that I listen to it. I will link it below, but it's a meditation for healing acne, hormonal acne, and so many things she says in there are just so beautiful. And It just brings me to tears, and it makes me realize how important the thoughts we feed our mind are to our bodies, to healing, to acne, to hormones, like all of that. Our thoughts are so important for all of that. And I've just taken this whole new approach, and I'm focusing so much, especially because my body is so stressed out. I'm focusing so much on the thoughts that I feed my mind. Throughout the day, I'm telling myself, I'm taking deep breaths, I'm telling myself I am safe, I am healthy, I'm fine, I'm safe, I'm healthy. And then I'm also making it a point to do this 60-minute meditation every day, and then another meditation. So I'm meditating a lot more than I typically would. Usually I would just do like a 5-minute one in the morning, but now I'm sticking to at least 16 minutes a day, but usually closer to like 20 to 30 minutes, which is wild for me because I never thought I'd be able to meditate that long. But I'm taking the approach of like, this is my medicine right now, and I need to do this if I want to just rewire those thoughts that I feed my mind. And honestly, since I've been in Hawaii, my acne has calmed down a lot. And before, anytime this would happen, I'd be like, oh, I'm not getting my hopes up, because it does this a lot. I'll think it's getting better, and then it gets worse again. But this time I'm like, you know what? I feel like it's actually healing, and I really do feel like I'm actually healing. And I think something else that's really been helpful is every morning, first thing I do, I watch the sunrise every morning because we're right on the beach, and every morning I just walk out and I ground my feet in the sand, and that's so healing. And I watch the sun come up, that's so healing. But I go into the ocean and I splash the water on my face. That alone is healing, because the ocean is filled with so many minerals and salt, and just the ocean is just so healing in itself. And then while I'm doing that, I've also heard a lot about visualization and how that can be very helpful with healing acne. And so I just imagine that the salt water is just washing away my acne. And then also my meditations, I like imagine my skin being clear, and I just visualize myself a lot with my skin being clear. Another thing that has helped me mentally is just thinking of my acne like it's freckles. Sounds kind of weird, but I was just thinking about this the other day, and I was like, this is literally like, just think of it as freckles. Like, it's nothing to be ashamed of. It's just where I am right now in my journey. I think something I've dealt with a lot in this acne journey is shame. I felt so much shame for having acne, just because, especially because of the field that I'm in, the health and wellness space. I'm a holistic health coach. I feel like people will look at me and be like, well, she doesn't know what she's talking about because she's got acne all over her face. And that has just really played a big role in the shame that I feel around my acne. And I've just been stripping that away, and I really don't feel that much anymore. Since getting to Hawaii, I just have found so much freedom from this because of the mental work that I've been doing. And now I just try to think of it, it's just freckles. Like, it's just like freckles. It's just a thing that's there, and it's just temporary, you know, it's going to pass. And just fully believing that it's going to pass, because I don't think before I fully believed that, I think I thought it's just going to keep growing and growing and growing and getting bigger, and it's going to cover my entire face and my entire back. And now I'm just like, no, it's healing. We're healing. Another thing that I love, I feel like I'm so rambling in this video, so forgive me if I'm all over the place. But another thing that I love that this girl mentions in that meditation is that acne, we like a lot of times like to think of acne as a sign that our body's out of balance and things are going wrong, which is true to an extent. Like, my hormones are out of balance, which is causing acne. But she said acne is also a sign of healing. It's a sign that your body is doing what it needs to do to get back into balance. So think of acne as your body healing and releasing toxins that don't need to be in there. And I was like, you know, I love that, because I am healing. I am doing things. I am supporting my body on this journey of healing. And it is healing. And maybe my acne is a sign of my hormones healing. You know, literally I lost my period for 5 years and I have a period now. So clearly my body is doing what it needs to do to heal and to get back into balance. And I think I just threw all of that off when I stopped trusting it and started putting my trust in these supplements and these herbs and all of this stuff. And I was thinking so poorly about it, and I was feeling so bad about it and feeling so shameful about it. I think that was what made it worse. And I think now I'm just focusing so much on just releasing the shame and the judgment and embracing trust. Trust is my word right now. Trust my body, trust this foundation, trust that it's all gonna be okay. And I'm gonna heal from this, and I'm feeling like it's gonna be soon, and I feel so grateful for that. And even if it's not soon, I'm gonna be okay. Like, I'm still the same me. My face, I feel like when I went through my eating disorder recovery, I had to detach my worth so much from my body, and I really feel like I did. Like, I still have days where I feel a little uncomfortable in my body, but it never consumes me anymore. And oh, my camera's gonna die. I gotta hurry up. But it never consumes me anymore. I feel like I really don't have many bad body image days. I'll just have little moments where I feel uncomfortable, and then I have all of these tools to kind of help rebound and come back from that. And but this has just taken it to another level, and it's made me realize so much that my worth goes way beyond my skin, way beyond my appearance. Okay, my camera died. I'm back. It's teaching me that this, just like my body, is temporary, and it has nothing to do with my worth. This is a house for my soul, and that is what is most important. And if I'm radiating love and peace and light, then this is not going to matter. And I know, just like my body, like if I looked back on this time and I saw that I was hiding myself, like not making eye contact with people, not showing my face in pictures, covering up my face in pictures, like feeling this intense shame, if I looked back on this time, especially this trip in Hawaii, and I saw that, I would regret it. Because at the end of the day, that's not what's important. What's important is how you feel, how you're living your life, how you're loving others, how you're just spreading light and love. Like, that is what is important. And this is fleeting. It's gonna be gone. Like, all of these things of the world, they're gonna be gone. But your soul, like, that is what's gonna leave a lasting impact on people. And so if you're struggling with acne or even just body image, like, just remember that that is fleeting. Your body is fleeting. It's gonna change. It's gonna not be here someday. Like, it sounds kind of morbid, but you're gonna be dirt someday. That sounds kind of sad. Your body is gonna cease to exist someday, but what's most important is gonna be the way you loved people and the light you spread, and none of this is gonna matter at all. So that's kind of where I'm at right now with my acne journey. Like, I found so much peace knowing, and before it stressed me out, knowing that there was something wrong with my hormones, or wrong, and that my hormones were out of balance, and that stressed me out so much. And I was like, what can I do to fix it? Like, I gotta fix it. I gotta do this, gotta do that. And now I'm just very chill about it. I'm just like, it's gonna be what it's gonna be, and we're here now, and life is still beautiful. Like, life is so freaking beautiful right now. And if I let my acne consume me, I'm gonna take away from the real important things in life right now. So if you're struggling with acne, if you're struggling with body image, if you're struggling with anything like that, just remember that that's temporary, and it will pass, and you will heal. You will find healing with your mind, with your body, and it's all gonna be okay, you know? It's all gonna be okay. I'm still on this journey of healing, you know? It's still very much here, and even after I heal my acne, I'm going to have to heal the scars, but honestly, it's improved a lot since being in Hawaii. This is it looking actually a lot better than it's looked in a very long time. So that's good news, but also I'm prepared that even if this doesn't keep getting better at this point in time, it's gonna be okay too. That's where I'm at. I will definitely link that meditation below that I'm doing every day. I just wanted to quickly update you guys and kind of let you know what's going on, what I'm doing now. Super grateful for you guys. I'm sending you so much light, so much love. I'm sending you some Hawaii sunshine, even though there's no sunshine today. Or at least right now. The weather here, I swear, changes so quickly, but it's very cloudy and it was just raining. Fingers crossed that I get some sun today. I'm hoping for a little sunshine, but even if I don't, it's still gonna be a good day. It's Sunday. Went to church this morning. The sun was out for a little bit. today's feeling good. I hope today's feeling good for you, and if it's not, go do some things to fill up your soul. You have the power to make today a little bit better and to find a little bit of peace. So yeah, that's all I've got for you guys today. Remember, you are beautiful, and your beauty and your worth go way beyond what people see on the outside.